Hey everyone, welcome back to the British Accent Podcast, where we turn English learning into something inspiring, practical, and just a little bit fun. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Emma. And today's episode is all about one of the most creative, entertaining, and surprisingly effective ways to improve your English: role-playing as your favorite character.
That's right, think of it like this: when you speak like a character you love, you're not just learning vocabulary, you're learning emotion, tone, rhythm, and even confidence. You step into someone else's shoes, and somehow, your fluency levels up at the same time.
And it works for all levels. Beginners can repeat lines. Intermediates can recreate scenes. Advanced learners can improvise as if they are that character. It's performance meets practice, and it feels way less awkward than a grammar workbook.
Exactly. Because here's the thing, when you pretend to be someone else, like Sherlock Holmes, Elizabeth Bennet, or even Harry Potter, you give yourself permission to say things with more freedom. You stop second-guessing.
There's something magical about copying a character. You get the accent, the intonation, the drama, the sarcasm, whatever their style is, you start to feel it in your own speech.
And if you're shy? Perfect. Roleplay gives you a mask. You don't have to be you making mistakes. You're just acting, so you feel safer trying new expressions or playing with your voice.
Some learners even record themselves acting out scenes. Or they'll write fan fiction-style dialogues between two characters and perform both roles. It's fun and fluency boosting.
One of my students used to walk around her house pretending she was giving a TED Talk in English as Hermione Granger, robe and wand included. And guess what? Her spoken fluency improved faster than ever.
I love that. And it's not just fantasy characters. Maybe your character is a confident businesswoman, a relaxed surfer, or a travel vlogger. Roleplay helps you build that identity through English.
Yes. It's like personality training through language. You shape the kind of speaker you want to be by embodying it first, even if it feels a bit silly at first.
And let's be real, fluency isn't just about knowing words. It's about expressing emotion, attitude, and intention. Characters teach us that through action, not theory.
So if you've ever memorized a movie monologue, or practiced a dramatic line in the mirror, or imagined yourself arguing like a lawyer in English, guess what? You've already started.
Keep going. Keep acting. Keep becoming the confident English speaker you're meant to be.
And if you want to take it up a notch, try role-playing with a partner. Maybe you both pick characters from the same movie or show, and reenact a scene together. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be fun.
Exactly. And you can even switch roles. One day you're the hero, the next day the villain. Each role forces you to use different expressions, moods, and tones, which is amazing for developing your range in English.
And don't worry if the original script is too fast or complex. Pause. Slow it down. Use subtitles. Break it into small parts. Even repeating just one short scene can help your fluency and listening skills improve naturally.
And you know what else is cool? Over time, you start mixing elements of different characters into your own voice. A little confidence from Tony Stark, a little charm from Bridget Jones, a little precision from Professor McGonagall, and suddenly, your English becomes uniquely expressive.
Yeah, and honestly, role-playing is a confidence booster disguised as language learning. You don't just practice English, you perform it. You feel it. You live it. And that's when real progress happens.
And think about how this helps with natural intonation. When you're mimicking your favorite character, you naturally pick up how they stress certain words, how they pause, how they ask questions with attitude or emotion. You're training your ear and your voice at the same time.
Not to mention body language. Even though it's a podcast, we have to say, if you're acting out a scene, use your hands, move your face, stand like the character. It helps you internalize the rhythm and flow of the language, not just in your voice but in your posture.
It's basically language learning through storytelling. You step into the world of the character, and suddenly you're not just studying English, you're living it through someone else's lens.
Some learners even write mini-scenes or fan-made episodes in English, then act them out. That combines writing, reading, speaking, and listening all in one creative exercise. And it doesn't feel like studying, it feels like play.
And let's not forget the emotional connection. When you're acting out a sad, or exciting or funny scene, you feel the language in a more personal way. That emotion makes the vocabulary stick.
You remember phrases better because you felt them. That's why, "I am your father," or "to infinity and beyond," stay in our memories. They're dramatic, emotional, and unforgettable.
So the next time you sit down to watch your favorite movie or series in English, don't just watch it, join it. Be in it. Speak like your favorite character. Even if no one's watching. Especially if no one's watching.
And if you're into video games, it works there too. So many games have rich dialogue and unique characters. Try mimicking the way characters talk in games like The Witcher, Mass Effect, or even Zelda, Breath of the Wild. You're not just learning vocabulary, you're absorbing style.
Yes. Gamers, movie lovers, drama fans, this method is for you. Because the point isn't perfection. The point is practice that feels real. That feels human. That makes you want to keep coming back to it.
And the best part is, nobody's grading you. You can exaggerate. You can mess up. You can laugh at yourself. That's part of the process. The more relaxed and playful you are, the faster your confidence grows.
And speaking of confidence, when you roleplay regularly, even your everyday conversations in English start to feel easier. Because you've trained your brain to react, to improvise, to express emotion. You're not stuck in your head translating anymore.
You're performing. And then one day, you realize you're not pretending anymore. You're actually fluent. And maybe a bit dramatic, but in the best way.
Honestly, drama helps. Humor helps. Play helps. That's what this method is all about, learning by doing, and having a bit of fun while you're at it.
So go ahead. Pick a character. Grab a scene. Hit record on your phone, or stand in front of the mirror. And just start. The stage is yours.
And don't underestimate the power of recording yourself. Seriously, when you listen back, you can hear things you didn't notice while speaking. Maybe your pronunciation is better than you thought. Or maybe your tone was flat, and you want to add more emotion. It's a mirror for your English.
Exactly. Plus, it lets you track your progress over time. You can go back a few weeks later, listen again, and say, "Wow, I sound way more natural now." That little confidence boost can keep your motivation going strong.
And if you're in a study group, or have an English-speaking friend, do a scene together. Choose a duo, maybe Sherlock and Watson, or Frodo and Sam, and act it out. You're not just speaking English. You're connecting, laughing, creating something together.
You could even turn it into a mini project. Memorize the lines, act them out, and post your version online. Who knows? You might inspire someone else to try the same thing. Language learning can become this fun, shared performance.
And here's a secret. Even professional actors rehearse and repeat lines over and over. So if you feel silly repeating the same dialogue 100 times, it's totally normal. That repetition is how the rhythm and flow of English become second nature.
It's also how you start to internalize grammar and sentence structure. You don't have to analyze every rule if you've already heard and spoken the sentence dozens of times in different emotions and situations.
So whether you want to sound cool like James Bond, sharp like Miranda Priestley, or hilarious like Chandler Bing, the stage is open. The script is ready. You just have to step into character.
And even if you're not into acting, think of it more like playing a role. It doesn't have to be dramatic. You could just be practicing how to sound more professional, more casual, more enthusiastic, or more relaxed, whatever fits the situation you want to master in real life.
Right? A lot of English learners struggle with switching tones depending on who they're talking to, like a teacher, a boss, or a friend. Role-playing gives you a safe space to experiment with those shifts. You get to rehearse before the real moment happens.
And it's totally okay to write your own dialogues too. Like, imagine you're being interviewed for your dream job. What would they ask you? What would you say? Write it down, say it out loud, then practice it again as if you're already in the room.
Same for daily situations. Ordering coffee, making small talk, giving someone directions, even flirting. You can rehearse those tiny, but important moments and make them smoother by pretending first.
That's how you become fluent not just in words, but in situations. You're not memorizing sentences, you're rehearsing life in English.
And I promise, the more you do it, the less it feels like pretending. It starts feeling like you. A version of you that's expressive, confident, and multilingual.
So whether you're quoting movies, acting out scenes, or creating your own scripts, every time you step into character, you're actually stepping closer to your real English voice.
And that's what makes it powerful. You're not just learning English, you're learning how to express different sides of yourself. Roleplay isn't about becoming someone else. It's about discovering the parts of you that can shine in English.
So take the leap. Be bold. Be silly. Be dramatic. Play the character until the confidence becomes real. Because fluency isn't just about perfect grammar, it's about connection, expression, and presence.
Thanks for listening to the British Accent Podcast. If this episode inspired you, try recording a short scene as your favorite character today, even just for fun. You never know how far that one performance might take you.
We'll see you in the next episode. And until then,
Keep speaking, keep shining.